Sprightly. She is quite sprightly for a grandmother of 78. Sprout. With this warm weather, everything in my garden is beginning to sprout. Spruce. Peter Thornton turned up for dinner looking as spruce as can be. Spunk. Frances has shown she has tremendous spunk to have got this far despite her handicap. Spurious. His brother was jailed for peddling spurious Egyptian burial artifacts to archaeologists. Spurn. Judith spurned her father's offer of a loan. Spurt. With a sudden spurt of Speedy caught up with me. Squawk. Harsh noise. The parrot kept squawking, "Where's the treasure?" Squeamish. The museum directors were too squeamish to put on an exhibition of nudes. Squelch. The slightest sign of disapproval from no per mil was enough to squelch the most arrogant toady. Squire. The old squire held his head high among the county aristocracy. Squirm. The boy squirmed under the stern gaze of the headmaster. Stagger. When he staggered in, they thought he was drunk till they saw the knife in his back. Stagnant. The malarial mosquitoes thrive in pools of stagnant water in the tropical swamps. Staid. One expects a judge to be rather staid in his behavior. Stale. All the food is stale because you failed to wrap it carefully. Stalemate. As both parties refused to back down, the situation was a stalemate. Stalwart. We shall need a dozen stalwart men to carry out the raid. Stamina. Even at the age of 70, she still had the stamina to run in the marathon. Stampede. Millions of buffalo were killed by stampeding them off cliffs. Stance. Her stance was that she must protect the children at all costs. Stanch. Apply pressure with a pad to stanch the flow of blood from the wound. Stand in. Stand by. Any time they had to shoot a dangerous scene, my stand-in went through the motions. Standoffish. Oliver is much too standoffish to deign to come to my party. Stark. They were shocked by the stark poverty they saw in the rural areas. Stanch. Charles has always been a staunch supporter of the party. Steadfast. Stephen was a steadfast friend and will never be forgotten. Steep. Before cooking, the meat has to be steeped in brine for at least 6 hours to tenderize it. Stellar. The sidereal year is based on stellar calculations. Stench. A terrible stench emanated from the cupboard. Stenographer. The court stenographer read back part of the testimony. Sterilize. Sterilize the instruments before using them. Sterling. Is this candle snuffer sterling silver?